Barnyard Commandos was a toy line produced by Playmates Toys in 1989. A 13-episode animated series based on toys was made the following year, although it was not very successful. Barnyard Commandos was based around the concept of farm animals who consumed radioactive materials left over from an abandoned military experiment, mutating them into hyper-intelligent, anthropomorphic paramilitary troops. 2 series of the figures were produced, each including several figures from both teams. The figures are non-posable and made of soft, hollow plastic. They each include a weapon accessory that plugs into the backs of the figures. In this review, I will be taking a closer look at Series 1, which includes 8 figures, 4 from each side, and 2 vehicles, 1 from each side. Okay, now let's take a closer look at the Rams. As I stated before, there are 4 Rams in total in Series 1. First up is pilot Fluff Pendleton. He comes with the Night Fighter jet. It is a dark blue in color and comes equipped with 2 orange with red tip missiles on each side. Once the jet is removed, you can see it's just 1 peg that plugs into the hole in his back. Pushing in on the figure, it is quite noticeable how hollow the inside is. Plugging the jet back in is very simple to do. Up next is Commander Fleece Cardigan. He comes equipped with his jet-powered airboat. The propeller can actually be rotated 360 degrees. It is an off-white and green in color. There are sculpted machine guns on each side. And as with Pilot Fluff, it just plugs into the top of his back. Next up is Major Legger Mutton. His nickname is Old Ram. He comes with his guided missile launcher. The missile is mostly olive green in color, with some red and dark blue. Last up for the Rams is Sergeant Wooly Pullover. Wooly has a very Rambo vibe while wearing his red headband. He comes with his bazooka that wraps around him. The bazooka is mostly light gray in color, with dark blue and red. Now we move on to the pork side. As I stated before, there are also 4 pigs in total in Series 1 as well. Up first for the porks is Sergeant Shelton Sweet. He comes with the anti-aircraft gunner. The gunner is an off-white and dark green in color, with the gun itself being gray. The gun is able to move side to side. This is the only weapon in the first series that doesn't actually plug into the figure, which leaves Shelton's suite with no hole in his back. Taking a closer look at Shelton's suite, he is wearing a nose ring and has a red tattoo. Up next is General Ham Fat Lardo. He comes with a quote-unquote Death Star laser. His nose guard is supposed to clip on over his nose, but really doesn't want to stay down. The antenna on top can be rotated 360 degrees. The lasers are located on each side, as well as a smaller laser on the back side. They are gray with red tips. Next up is Private Side of Bacon. He is equipped with a flamethrower. The flamethrower is mostly light gray and a darker blue for the hoses, with a little orange. And finally is Captain Tusker Chitlins and his submarine. The submarine is a light purple in color. And now we move on to the two vehicles released in Wave 1. The Ram Tank for the Rams, and the Porkapult for the Porks. First up is the pig-powered pork barrel weapon known as the Porkapult. In the front of the vehicle are the two hoof stabilizers. They have two articulation points to allow up and down movement. Next up is the Gatling-style anti-aircraft machine gun. The handle allows it to move up and down, and the barrel itself can rotate 360 degrees. Underneath that is the steering wheel, which also can rotate. There is also a seat where one of the porks would drive. Above is a handle that looks to control the actual Porkapult, but while it can rotate 360 degrees, does not actually control the action feature. Around the back there is a small hook that can rotate 360 degrees, and underneath that is a little set of wheels that can actually spin. Moving around are sculpted parts on the side, and in the front, the two big wheels that spin as well. Working their way up the ladder leads to the sturdy diving platform, and the launch activating toilet seat. On the diving platform is a sticker that reads jump. On the opposite side is the bathtub launcher, which propels the pigs into battle. It is a white claw tub and has a sticker inside of a red floor mat with little hoof prints. And finally on top is the wool-seeking radar that searches out the rams. The radar can rotate 360 degrees. For a line of figures with little to no articulation, the porcapult has a lot of moving parts. As I mentioned before about the spinning wheels, rolling the porcapult is no problem. Now let's take a closer look at the main attraction for this vehicle. As one pig sits in the tub, another jumps from the diving platform onto the toilet seat, launching the pig and the tub soaring. Moving on over to the ram's vehicle, it is simply known as the ram tank. On the top of the vehicle sits the swiveling bacon blaster gun, which can move backwards and rotate 360 degrees. Underneath is a sturdy commando seat designed especially for sheep. Moving to the front is the massive pig pushing plate. Along the sides are the sausage grinding treads that pig soldiers dread. Although smaller than the porcapult, there are actually more stickers on this vehicle. Along the side of the gun, there are several weapons sculpted as well as a pair of binoculars. The ram tank is a smaller vehicle, holding only one ram, unlike the porcapult, which can easily hold 3 pigs. The ram tank also has no problem rolling. And there you have the complete Series 1 of Barnyard Commandos. A very short-lived toy line, but one that stands the test of time. Please remember to like and subscribe, and leave me a comment. Let me know if you have any memories of this toy line, or give me suggestions for future reviews.